Beloved child of God, there is a profound truth that must settle deep within your heart and mind. When the Lord prepares someone for you, that person will never trample upon your values. They will honor them, cherish them, and align with them in love. Your values are not incidental. They are the essence of your identity, the reflection of your character, and the sacred compass by which God guides your life. To compromise these values is to compromise your soul. And the one God has ordained for you will never ask you to do that. Your values are the blueprint of your life. They are the standards by which you navigate challenges, choices, and relationships. They are the principles that determine how you respond to trials, how you treat others, and how you honor God. When someone respects your values, they recognize your soul, your purpose, and your calling. They understand that love is not simply about affection or attraction, but about honoring what God has placed in your heart. Consider the story of Ruth and Boaz. Ruth's loyalty, diligence, and humility were evident in every action she took. She did not compromise her integrity to gain favor. Boaz recognized her devotion and respected it. He did not try to change her. He valued her for who she truly was. Their union was blessed because mutual respect for values was present from the start. Similarly, God's promise for your life includes someone who will honor your principles, even when the world does not. Too often, people settle for relationships where values are ignored or ridiculed. Many have compromised their faith, their integrity, and their principles to maintain a relationship, only to suffer heartbreak and disillusionment. But God does not call you to such compromise. He calls you to patience, to steadfastness, and to waiting for someone who will honor your convictions as sacred, non-negotiable parts of your being. Respect for values goes far beyond agreement. It is not about someone nodding and saying yes. It is about consistent action, reverence, and care. The right person will actively seek to understand your convictions. They will make decisions that do not undermine your principles. They will support your spiritual growth and encourage your moral integrity. Their respect will manifest in how they speak to you, how they listen, and how they act, not only in private but also in public, in all circumstances. Reflect for a moment on the life of Daniel in Babylon. Daniel refused to defile himself with the king's food. He held fast to his convictions, and God honored him. Those who respected him did not pressure him. Instead, they witnessed the strength of his values. In the same way, when you remain steadfast in your beliefs, God will align you with someone who admires your integrity rather than challenges it. Many feel pressured to change themselves for love. They adjust their beliefs, compromise their faith, and abandon their principles, thinking it is the only way to attract a partner. But God's timing is perfect. The right person will arrive not to alter you, but to complement you. They will respect the sacred lines God has drawn around your values, and they will walk beside you without demanding change or sacrifice that undermines your faith. This person will recognize that your values are not limitations, but treasures. Your standards are not obstacles. They are indicators of the strength and depth of your character. They will honor your boundaries, encourage your spiritual disciplines, and celebrate your dedication to living according to God's principles. Where others see restrictions, the right one will see beauty. Where others see rigidity, they will see wisdom. Love built on compromise of core values is never sustainable. It is fragile, unstable, and often full of conflict. But love that honors values is resilient, nourishing, and empowering. When your partner respects your beliefs, your convictions, and your spiritual walk, the relationship flourishes under God's blessing. It becomes a sanctuary, a place where both of you can grow spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. The world may teach that flexibility in values is a necessary sacrifice for love, but God teaches otherwise. Love that is authentic does not require you to compromise your soul. True love supports your principles, uplifts your convictions, and honors the boundaries that God has placed in your heart. The one meant for you will reflect this truth in every word and deed, creating a relationship rooted in trust, faith, and mutual respect. Patience is key in waiting for the one who respects your values. God's timing is perfect. Many despair, thinking that the right person will never come, or they settle for someone who undermines their integrity. But God is faithful, and He is preparing someone whose respect for your values will be evident in every choice they make. Waiting may test you, but it also purifies you, strengthens your faith, and positions you for a relationship that aligns perfectly with God's will. Remember, respect is not just verbal, it is lived. The one meant for you will demonstrate understanding, not only by agreeing with you, but by acting in accordance with your principles. They will honor your commitments, support your dreams, and never ask you to compromise your spiritual walk for the sake of convenience. They will uphold your boundaries as sacred, understanding that your values are not negotiable. Imagine a love where your convictions are celebrated rather than questioned, where your faith is strengthened rather than tested, and where your character is valued rather than overlooked. This is the love God promises you. The one meant for you will embody respect for your values, making the union a reflection of divine order and blessing. Beloved, hold fast to your values. Protect them, nurture them, and let them guide your decisions. Do not bend for temporary affection or fleeting attraction. The Lord says that the one meant for you will respect your values. Trust this promise, for it is rooted in His eternal wisdom. And as you meditate on this truth, remember to let it inspire others. Share this message, strengthen hearts, and if it has blessed you, subscribe so that more souls can receive divine wisdom and encouragement for their journey. Your values matter, your integrity matters, and the right one, the one God is sending, will honor both without question. Beloved child of God, as we continue to meditate on this truth, know this: the one meant for you will respect your values in every area of life, spiritual, emotional, moral, and relational. Respect is not selective. It is holistic, unwavering, and consistent. The Lord is not sending you someone who will honor your faith in private but disregard it in public. He is not sending you someone who will celebrate your achievements but belittle your convictions. True alignment comes when respect for your values is reflected in every word, every action, and every choice. Your values are your spiritual armor. They protect you from deception, guide you in decision-making, and reflect God's light in a world often shrouded in darkness. They are an expression of your inner integrity and faithfulness, and the one sent to you will see the strength and beauty of your values as part of the divine plan. They will not ask you to abandon principles that God has instilled in you, because they understand that compromising your values is compromising your very essence. Consider the life of Joseph in Egypt. Despite facing temptation, betrayal, and injustice, Joseph never compromised his integrity or his faith. He refused to participate in wrongdoing, even when it seemed advantageous. God honored him for his steadfastness. The person meant for you will recognize and value such steadfastness. They will not push you to compromise your morals or your faith for their convenience. They will admire the resilience and wisdom that your values bring to your life, knowing that these qualities are reflections of God's work in you. In relationships, values form the backbone of compatibility. Physical attraction and emotional connection are important, but they are fragile when values are ignored. Without respect for values, conflicts arise, boundaries are crossed, and love is tested in ways it should not be. But when values are honored, a relationship flourishes. It becomes a safe haven where both partners can grow spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. The right person will build a relationship around respect, understanding, and shared principles. Let us reflect on the story of Esther. Her courage, wisdom, and unwavering loyalty to her faith and people positioned her for a destiny that aligned perfectly with God's plan. Mordecai, who guided and supported her, respected her convictions and honored her values. Their alignment was not accidental. It was the result of divine orchestration, where respect for values created a powerful union that changed the course of history. Similarly, God is orchestrating a connection for you, someone who will see your values as sacred and worthy of honor. The one meant for you will not attempt to mold you into their idea of perfection. They will not belittle your beliefs or minimize your standards. Instead, they will encourage you to walk boldly in them. They will rejoice with you when you act according to your principles, support you when you face opposition, and defend you when others fail to understand your convictions. Respect for your values is active, not passive. It is lived daily in choices both small and significant, and it manifests in genuine care for your spiritual, emotional, and moral integrity. Many settle for relationships where their values are repeatedly challenged. They endure ridicule, manipulation, and subtle pressure to compromise. But God calls you to higher ground. He calls you to wait patiently for someone whose respect is unwavering. Waiting is not passive. It is an active cultivation of faith, discernment, and trust in God's timing. While you wait, nurture your values, protect your heart, and prepare to meet someone who will honor the very essence of who you are. Love built on respect for values is transformative. It strengthens character, fosters mutual growth, and draws both partners closer to God. When values are honored, decisions are easier, conflicts are healthier, and intimacy is deeper. The person meant for you will not see your standards as obstacles but as treasures. They will recognize that your boundaries, convictions, and principles are divine markers of the life you are called to lead. And they will celebrate that in ways that are profound and lasting. Consider also the story of Mary and Joseph. Mary, chosen to carry the Savior, was protected and honored by Joseph, who respected her purity, her faith, and her divine purpose. He could have questioned, doubted, or pressured her, but instead he aligned himself with God's plan and respected the sacredness of her values. The right person for you will do the same. They will honor the unique calling on your life, respect your moral compass, and stand beside you as a partner, not a challenger. Respecting values also means respecting boundaries. The one meant for you will not pressure you into decisions that compromise your integrity. They will honor your emotional and spiritual space, and they will never demand that you sacrifice what is sacred to please them. Love that disregards boundaries is not love at all. It is control, manipulation, and an attempt to undermine God's work in your life. But the right one will walk gently, speak kindly, and act deliberately, knowing that your values are the sacred framework of your heart. As you wait for this person, do not compromise your standards out of impatience, fear, or loneliness. God's timing is perfect, and He is preparing someone whose respect for your values will be evident from the start. They will not require you to explain, defend, or justify your principles. They will simply honor them as a natural part of your being. And as you cultivate patience, you also cultivate wisdom, discernment, and a deeper connection to God. Remember, respect for values is demonstrated not only in agreement, but in action. The right person will actively protect your convictions, support your decisions, and uphold your principles in all circumstances. They will celebrate your achievements without diminishing the integrity and effort it took to reach them. They will honor your failures as opportunities for growth, not as weaknesses to exploit. Their respect will be constant, consistent, and visible. Let us also reflect on the story of Nehemiah, who rebuilt the walls of Jerusalem despite opposition and threats. He was guided by unwavering values and a steadfast faith. Those who supported him recognized the sacredness of his mission. The one God has prepared for you will be like those who honor Nehemiah. They will encourage you to remain faithful to your principles, stand beside you during opposition, and celebrate your commitment to integrity. Beloved, your values are your inheritance from God. They are part of the divine blueprint of your life. The person meant for you will not only recognize them, but will honor them, protect them, and cherish them as God intended. They will not ask you to compromise your beliefs, standards, or moral compass for love, for true love never demands such sacrifice. This is why faith and patience are essential. Trust that God is working behind the scenes to align you with someone whose respect for your values is as unwavering as your faith in Him. While the world may pressure you to settle, to compromise, or to accept less than you deserve, God's promise remains: the right person is coming. They will not only love you, they will honor you, protect your convictions, and celebrate the sacred principles that define who you are. As you meditate on this, hold fast to your standards. Protect your heart. Stay rooted in faith. Pray for guidance, discernment, and clarity, knowing that God is orchestrating a meeting that will honor your values in ways beyond your imagination. And remember, share this message with others. If it has blessed you, subscribe so that more souls can hear and receive this encouragement. Your values matter. Your integrity matters, and the one meant for you will respect both without question. Beloved child of God, we have journeyed together through the understanding that your values are sacred, your convictions are precious, and your heart is a temple that deserves honor. As we conclude this teaching, know this truth with certainty. The one meant for you will respect your values in every way, fully and without reservation. God is orchestrating a connection that will elevate your life, strengthen your faith, and bring joy that does not compromise your integrity. Your values are not negotiable. They are the essence of your being, the reflection of your character, and the divine imprint of God's wisdom on your soul. When someone respects your values, they are respecting your heart, your spirit, and the life God has called you to live. True love does not demand you to abandon your principles, hide your convictions, or compromise your faith. It celebrates, upholds, and protects the sacred truths that define you. Imagine a love where your boundaries are never crossed, where your convictions are never belittled, and where your faith is never questioned. Imagine a partner who sees your integrity and discipline as treasures, who supports your spiritual growth, and who celebrates the person God created you to be. This is the love God promises. A union built on mutual respect, shared values, and divine alignment. Consider the example of Joseph and Mary. Joseph, a man of faith and integrity, honored Mary's sacred calling when he discovered her pregnancy. He did not question, manipulate, or shame her. Instead, he aligned with God's will and respected the values, purpose, and divine calling in her life. The right person for you will demonstrate the same reverence for your principles and your journey. They will not merely love you for convenience or temporary attraction, they will cherish the essence of who you are. Respect for values is not passive, it is active. The one meant for you will not only honor your convictions in words, but in consistent actions. They will celebrate your successes without jealousy, stand beside you during trials without resentment, and never ask you to compromise what is sacred. Their respect will be unwavering, steadfast, and visible in both private and public life. Many settle for relationships that undermine their values, thinking love requires compromise. They are persuaded to lower their standards, justify the compromise, or accept disrespect as a normal part of love. But God calls you to higher ground. He calls you to wait patiently, to trust His timing, and to believe in His promise. The right person is being prepared even now to honor your values completely. Look to the example of Daniel, who faced temptation and threats in Babylon. Despite immense pressure, he never defiled his convictions or betrayed his faith. God honored him, and those who aligned with him respected his integrity. The same principle applies to your life. When you remain true to your values, God will bring someone who sees your steadfastness as a blessing. They will honor, protect, and celebrate the principles that shape your character. The right partner will also respect your emotional and spiritual boundaries. They will not demand you to compromise your well-being for their convenience. They will listen to your heart, honor your limits, and create space for you to flourish as God intended. Love without respect for boundaries is not love. It is control, manipulation, and often heartbreak. But God's chosen one will walk gently with you, speak lovingly to you, and act in alignment with your values at all times. Your values are sacred because they reflect God's truth in your life. They are the pillars of integrity, faith, and character that guide your decisions and shape your destiny. The person meant for you will honor these pillars. They will never pressure you to abandon your principles for temporary gain or fleeting affection. They will celebrate your wisdom, uphold your faith, and encourage you to remain steadfast in your convictions. Patience is essential. Waiting may feel long, but God's timing is perfect. Too many have rushed into relationships that compromise their values, only to face disappointment and heartache. But you, beloved, are being called to wait for someone whose respect is unwavering. The right person will recognize your worth, honor your standards, and value the sacred principles God has instilled in your life. Consider the story of Nehemiah, who rebuilt Jerusalem's walls despite opposition. He acted according to his values and faith, and those who supported him honored his integrity and purpose. Similarly, God is preparing someone for you who will honor your principles and walk alongside you with respect, courage, and love. They will encourage you to remain true to yourself even when the world pressures you to compromise. A relationship built on respect for values is transformative. It nurtures spiritual growth, strengthens character, and deepens intimacy. When both partners honor each other's convictions, love becomes a sanctuary where both hearts flourish. The person God is sending will not see your standards as burdens, but as blessings. They will rejoice in your discipline, celebrate your faith, and cherish the integrity that defines you. Beloved, hold fast to your values. Protect them, nurture them, and let them guide your decisions. Do not compromise for temporary comfort, fleeting attraction, or societal pressure. God's promise is true. The one meant for you will respect your values completely. They will love you without asking you to change who you are at your core. As this teaching draws to a close, meditate on this truth. Love does not demand compromise of your soul. True love uplifts, honors, and celebrates your convictions. It does not manipulate, pressure, or diminish. The one God is sending will walk with you in alignment with your principles, Honor your heart and respect the sacred values that define your life. And beloved, as you receive these words, carry them with hope and certainty. Share this message with others who need encouragement, and if it has blessed you, subscribe so that more hearts can hear the promise of divine love and respect. Your values are precious. Your integrity is sacred, and the one meant for you will respect both, fully and without question. Trust God. Wait patiently, stand firm, and rejoice, for the love He has prepared for you is not only real, but also beautifully aligned with the principles He has placed within you.